Which game should I review? Portal? No. No. Ooh, Kingdom Hearts. I should review this. You know what? I'm gonna save that for something special. Yeah. Ratchet and Clank. Get the HD series. Might as well review all 3 games. Probably not in one video, but yeah. I'll review all 3 Ratchet and Clank games. The first 3 at least. Still need to play the rest of them. I need to get them. So anyways, yeah. I think I'll review this. Wonder how my dinner's going for this new video I'm making. Yep. That's burnt. Ooh, yeah. That is nice and done for this new video I'm going to be making soon. Alright. Got my dinner, got my game. Oh, hey. I didn't see you walk in. I'm going to be doing a new segment on my channel called Hungry Reviews, where I have to review a game of my choice by the time I'm finished eating. The meal and the game, you probably want to know. Chicken breast, a couple of hash browns, and the first Ratchet and Clank game in the HD collection. Well, in the whole series, but you know what I mean. It's the first Ratchet and Clank game. One that started it all. I used to play one of the levels real quick on a demo disc I had. But let's begin. So we start off seeing Ratchet. He's working on a ship. And he's trying to fix it up so he can get off his planet, Veldin, because and he looks like a cat person. More cat than person, but still. He's trying to get off his planet for... I don't think they ever specified why he wants off his planet. That is good. I'm making it like that from now on. Anyways. As he's just working on this ship, it shows a factory making these big, deadly-looking robots. Well, they're supposed to look deadly, I guess. As a kid, I guess I could think why they look deadly, but now they just look kind of goofy. And one of the robots that comes out is a defect, and you see on the screen and a robot's face with that little circle line through. I don't know what that's called. The caution symbol, I guess. I don't know. It's like, we have a bad robot. And he's about to... He, gets an infobot, which are these robots that their mouths open up wide, and it becomes a screen, and then you can watch a video that someone put on there. He watches that, but we don't see what it is. And he can store things in his body. So he puts it inside his body, and then he's about to get caught when he escapes and takes a little mini-ship off the planet. And guess whose planet he crashes on? Whose planet do you think Clank? Do you think he crashed on Ratchet's planet? Ratchet and Clank, you can see them on the cover there. You can see them on the cover there. So he crash lands on Ratchet's planet. And Ratchet watches, he sees from a distance, he goes to investigate. That's where the gameplay starts. And so far, you start off with a wrench. And there are these little toad things. And you start collecting these bolts. When you get to him... Am I explaining too much about the story and not eating enough? When you get to him, there'll be this cutscene. And he just picks Clank up. Clank's arms and legs are receded into his body, and his eyes are closed, and a little light thing above his head. That light thing right there, that's not shining, I don't think. I'll have to go back and check. Anyways, he takes he takes Clank with him, and then Clank walks up, and he's like, it looks like you need this. It's like, whoa, what are you doing? And he explains how he can help Ratchet get off the planet if Ratchet helps him stop evil Chairman Drek from destroying all these different planets. So they get off the planet and start going around trying to stop Drek. Ratchet wants to meet Captain Quark, his hero, who he had a poster of. Along the way, they find out Quark is actually working with Drek. And, because they go to meet him somewhere. And, turns out he tries to kill them. Or have them killed by a monster. So, he's going to go... He's working with Drek. And, I didn't script this. I should have scripted this. They have to stop Drek, and Ratchet mainly just wants revenge on Quark. Captain Quark. Captain Quark! Self-proclaimed greatest hero the galaxy has ever known. And along the way, they split up and start arguing a lot. And then at one point, Ratchet starts to need Clank's help. Because Clank's awesome. Have you seen him? He can store all that stuff inside of him. I've been quiet way too long already. As you're going through, you see that he's destroying more planets, and you guys stop Drek's evil plans. He has this planet destroyer that you destroy itself, but then he has a second one, and it's aimed for Ratchet's home world. He doesn't like that. He gets mad. So, you go back to your home planet, which you cannot visit throughout the whole game until they make it the final level and they expand upon the little bit that you could play in it. And you have to have one final showdown with Drek. I forget. Yeah, he's in this robot suit. And there are 3 different stages. And if you fail on any one of those stages, it'll make you restart from the beginning. So be sure you have your weapons, because you get weapons along the way. You don't just have a wrench. As you can see, you get a weapon at one point. So after you get weapons along the way, I don't know what I'm saying at this point. You fight Drek, you save your planet, you destroy the Planet Buster, but also him, he blows up, gets killed, but he was destroying planets. Oh, I forgot to explain why he's destroying all these planets. Because his home planet was destroyed. Why was it destroyed? Because of him. So, they're taking chunks out of other planets and making a new one, but only the best parts of the best planets. And then once that gets destroyed, he'll make a new planet. And it's a vicious cycle unless you stop him. Now, I briefly talked about weapons. I forget how many weapons there are. I know there's the glove bomb. There's always been a glove bomb. You wear a glove, Ratchet wears a glove, he throws it, you blow stuff up with that. There's the Rip You a New One, or Rhino, which in my opinion has always been the best weapon in each game. Rip You a New One, or RYNO, Rhino. And you can upgrade your weapons. But in this game, you can only upgrade certain weapons by doing certain things. Well, not by doing certain things, by doing a certain thing, collecting gold bolts. Gold bolts, by the way, one sec. gold bolts are hidden throughout the planet. And when you get a gold bolt, it'll do a little cutscene. And in order to upgrade your weapons, you have to beat the game completely. And then at the first planet you go to after the little tutorial planet on how to play a little bit, you will get, there'll be a portal next to where you have your spaceship. Which they actually do change the spaceship a few times during the game, because yours gets destroyed, or you have to like take one off the planet, stuff like that. And once you go into that room, you use a portal to go into this room called the Gold Room. Once you go in there, you can buy the gold version of certain weapons and use your gold bolt to do that, and also 10,000 bolts. There are also these things called skill points, which you have to do certain things in the game in order to get a skill point. For instance, maybe one day you have, maybe for one thing, not one day, for one thing you have to beat a certain enemy with only your wrench. For another thing, you have to beat these hoverboard races in a certain amount of time, or do a certain trick, which leads me to the hoverboard races. But when I say beat a certain enemy, I mean like a boss in the game. Hoverboard races were only in the first game, which I thought was kind of a shame, because I liked them a little. Granted, they are hard, and I'm glad they switched them out for hoverbike races in the second game, but we'll get more to that in another video. Anyways, hoverbike races are these races on a few select planets that you, hoverboard races, I think I said that last time. Hoverboard races, you race on a board that hovers through a obstacle course, and you have to be the first one to finish in order to get these certain prizes. But did you know on the first planet for the hoverboard race, this little Easter egg I'm talking about in there, if you get in the first person mode, or no, you don't have to be in first person mode, but there's an announcer lady, not announcer, there's a lady you have to talk to get into a race. If you start doing side flips, like either direction, while you're in that area, and then look at her, you'll notice her breasts get bigger. It's a little tidbit I found on the internet. Enjoy. Anyways, the hoverbike races, as I said before, are a bit hard. I didn't like the fact that they were really difficult to do. They are, however, necessary in order to complete the game. Whether you have to get an object for winning, or sometimes they're just, it helps to get bolts. Yeah, it helps you grind for bolts. Bolts, by the way, are your currency to buy weapons and ammunition for your weapons. You can get them from crates, the ammunition, but you have to find the crate. One thing I liked that they did was on one of the planets, when you first go through, you can buy this nanotech drink that increases your health. Nanotech. And then the second way through, I do believe, on the same planet, you can buy a second drink and upgrade your health more. Or I think you have to go back when you get more bolts and buy the second drink. I'm not really sure, I can't remember. But anyways, that's how that works. I didn't explain what skill points do, actually. Skill points, by the way, they unlock hidden things in the pause menu. hidden unlockables under the extras menu. You can unlock, like, I think it's new skins, or is that just in the second and third one and beyond? I'm not sure about new skins, but you can unlock, like, Reverse Planet, where everything is a mirror version of the planet, which my family hates it when I do that, because they're used to it one way, and I start playing it in another way, and that bothers them. I can't remember everything. You can unlock commercials for the advertising game that show what the weapons do, like the Morpho Ray, which turns your enemies into sheep in the first game. Forgot to mention that gun. That one's fun. And like the rocket launcher, it advertises what different weapons do in the game, but like it looks like they're in real life, so it's like a real life person. Like, all right, today we're going to be checking out the Morpho Ray. We're going to try it on my buddy here, but he doesn't know, so I'm going to be quiet. That's kind of how it sounds. Just work with me. And then there's a sheep in its place. I think I'm going to finish by the time my dinner's done. This does not count as my dinner. That's a drink, and it's always there last. Anyways, you can unlock things like that, or a behind-the-scenes, how it's made sort of thing. Talking like work that went into the Ratchet and Clank series, and like art book work. I forget the word I'm looking for, but yeah, artwork, like character designs from before they were finalized. Stuff like that. And I always liked how you can hover over different bonus things they have, but you can't actually like see what they are. It's just question marks, or it says how many you need. And it has a picture of the main villain's face, like saying "ha." I mean, like not "ha," but like you can't do this yet. And you always want to beat the bad guy, so I thought that was interesting why they did that. Sorry, how they did that. Is that pretty much all I have to say about the game? Gameplay. Oh man. This game, I love this gameplay. Would I say it's revolutionary? Probably not. It was... I think the gameplay still kind of holds up today. I still play the game sometimes. And I'm not upset that I can't complete it, because I've never actually 100% completed this game. The first one, at least. But anyways, the gameplay. You already know how I feel about the, what's it called? I know what it's called, hoverboard races. You can also get this thing called a grind boot, which I think is fantastic, the grind boots. The grind boots allow you to, well, do just that, grind on rails. Because you'll need to use the grind boots to get to certain areas. You also get this thing called a hook shot, which is also a nifty little thing, where you, there are these different little orbs that float in the air, and you just hook shot to them. And sometimes they use the grind boots and the hook shots at the same time. So you'll be grinding, and then you'll need to know real quick, hook shot to the other area. If you don't, you're in trouble. It's a good thing I always paid attention. Though I didn't. Sometimes I didn't pay attention, and, well, hearing Ratchet go, ah, kind of got annoying after a few times. But usually not the hoverboard, those are necessary too, but the grind rail areas are necessary, at least on the first go. Because you can play the game over and over but in challenge mode with all your weapons. I think I forgot to mention that. You can play the game over and over and over, however many times you want, and just collecting more bolts and more stuff along the way. It's not beat the final boss, okay, it's over. No, you can keep going after that. Which I always thought was a really cool thing that the game series of Ratchet and Clank has done. They let you restart the game in challenge mode, but you have everything you had before, or at least all your weapons. The collectible, like the gadgets, the hookshot, and the grind boots, those you have to collect. Or like Clank's upgrades, because you get certain upgrades to do certain things, like swim through the water, or his helipack, which it like makes his arms and like pops out of his head like a helicopter, or his thruster pack, which I've always preferred, which makes like little rocket boots out of him. Not boots, but like a rocket pack out of his back, and you could just real quick somewhere. That's another part of the gameplay I love, the thruster boost. I'm sorry about that. Anyways, the thruster boost made certain things easier, like getting up onto ledges or even climbing ladders. I know what you're thinking. How? You thruster boost higher, and then you only need to go up a few times. And in some levels, you actually can't take Clank because bad weather, electric shock, so you have to leave him behind while you take care of all the other stuff in the level. And that really shook me up. I was like, whoa, wait, I don't have Clank, so I can't do this now. As for the weapons, I loved a lot of these weapons. Like was it Visibomb? The Visibomb. It's a bomb where you shoot it out, and then you like Ratchet has this thing controlling it, and you just see where it's going. So you can like, it has a camera on it, and you can steer it wherever you need it to go to blow something up in the distance, but not too far, otherwise it'll blow up. I already mentioned the Rhino, my favorite, and the Morpho Ray. Quacko Ray is in the third game, I think. The Morpho Ray, which turns your enemies into sheep. What I might not have mentioned is, no, I can't think of anything else I didn't mention. There's really nothing, like, no hidden cutscenes that you can unlock. There's better upgradable weapons. The skill point, what you get for the skill points, and collecting gold bolts. I mentioned gameplay. The story I thought was pretty okay. The gameplay I liked, the grinding and everything. I don't think I have anything else to say about this game. Overall, I would say I love this game, and that's why I still play the first Ratchet and Clank to this day. Did I play it today? No, I played the second one. But that is a story for another hungry review.